So, my last night out in Kingston, and it's my last night out in Kingston, and a girl comes up to me, says that she fancies me. She comes, talks to me, says that she wants to go home with me or that she wants to take me back to her place. And some alarm bells rang because normally I'd go for this kind of situation where, I'm caught unawares, I've got to move the next day, but, this is going on, so I do that instead. But I've learned not to do that. If I've got plans, I'm not putting pussy before it. Um, I'm just not. It's not going to be so easy to get me this time because I have had experiences where I've had sexual encounters with girls and I didn't feel too comfortable or I didn't enjoy it because of the connotations surrounding the physical interaction. So I really couldn't, like, at the time I wanted sex, but I didn't enjoy some of the sex I was having. So rather than just rush into sex this time, I'm going to be a lot more selective about who I choose. Not really going to get involved with women who have kids unless they're career women. Um, like they have to have careers. You can't have kids and not have a career and not have a job. Or just say I'm doing some shitty little job. So yeah, things are a bit different this time around. I do have controversial viewpoints, but not all of them are like clickbait, as it's been called. Clickbait? I don't know what clickbait is, but I'm hearing that word a lot more. So yeah, I'm not going to rush into getting a girl. Um, Work is going good. I've got an album that's in demand that, when it comes out, when it hits, it's gonna be big. So I think I'll just enjoy life for now, take things slow and easy. Uh, I've got a small group of friends, so no, not a small group of friends, but I know some people. So there's some people who I can meet up with. I've got enough food in my fridge. Bought 2 ounces of weed for £250. I might try getting like 2 G's for myself. I might do. I have a lot of money. I have a lot of money. So it's just knowing what to do with it. For the girls that match up with me on Happen, um, let's hope that you're actually willing to have a conversation. Um, the loneliness doesn't bother me because when you see the quality of people, you just realize that there's no point. Like I told her that my medical records got lost and that's why I was in a hostel and stuff. And she was just talking about me like I'm not an accountant, I don't have an online business, and she was just saying, yeah, he's in a mentally ill hostel, and that's just it. He's just in a room. He's got a room. That's what she was saying, but she knew the system herself, and she had explained that to me. So for her to say that was a bit weird, but I left her anyway. I left her. I got a number and I left her. She lives in Carl Shorten. I could even bring her around for a fuck tomorrow if I really pushed hard, but It's just I want a certain quality in my life, and I have to be careful who I bring around. And I don't really want anything too messy or anyone dragging me down. So, eventually I will just get all of my produce from the internet. I found a good cocaine supplier. So I will get my stuff from the internet. And I'm thinking of trying out a 2 gram piece just to see how it goes. Because the internet stuff is cheaper. You find out that the internet stuff is cheaper than the street stuff, and it's of a better quality. People try and grow the internet weed. People are trying to grow it. So it's weird leaving Kingston. Mixed feelings. I mean, because I'm an empath, I'm an emotional empath. I automatically feel the feelings of others, but I learned not to let it overwhelm me or get to me and just remain separate and ghost like that. But yeah, for those girls thinking that they're just gonna throw themselves at me and say, "Yeah, I fancy a bit of you," and then just be taken, they're wrong. I'm not gonna chill outside doing nothing in the cold. I'm not going to have drinks outside really unless it's hot. If the weather's cold, I won't be outside unless I'm smoking a joint. Um, it feels like a change is happening and stuff, but I'm sure the battle isn't over. I'm sure the battle isn't over, and there's still more to do because I've got to build myself up. You know, people are monitoring me in ways that I don't know. For example, I had a guy called Courtney Edwards contact me today and try to say, "Yo, it's me and let's get in touch and this and that." But I'm not really interested because at the end of the day, this same Courtney, he saw a girl's underwear on in my room and he kicked it and flicked it with his foot. He introduced me to a guy who was using illusions and black magic on me and robbing my weed. And he was saying, "Yeah, he's cool though. Yeah, he's cool though. I like him. Why don't you chill with him? Why don't you chill with him?" He was always asking me, "Why don't I chill with him?" And then the day before I moved back to Wallerton, because he's in Wallerton, he contacts me. Um, I'm not interested, and I'm not interested in interacting like that. I just don't have to. I just don't have to. I don't have to interact like that. Um, it's just one of those things, like, it's just, it's ridiculous, really. It's ridiculous. How hard is it to find a decent girl? Like, how hard is it to find a girl that's just gonna respect you and just be good to you? Like, how hard is it? Is it that hard? How hard is it to find just a girl that's just decent to you and respects you and has nice friends who don't look down on you? Okay, fair enough, my story is different from everyone else's, but you lot are all saying that you've been through shit, so you should be able to relate, but it seems like you can't relate. And I'm just looking at you lot thinking thinking that you're impressing me and that you've got me like on a leash, and you ain't. Because it shouldn't be this hard to find a decent girl. It shouldn't be this hard to find a decent girl. It shouldn't be this hard to find a decent girl. It shouldn't be that hard to find a decent girl, but here we are, it being hard to find a decent girl. Like, Jules Goddard would kill for the opportunity you UK girls have. She would kill for the opportunities you have with me. And the fact that you just flaunt them and you just think you can do and say whatever you want to me, to be honest, it really isn't on. Because there are girls that don't operate by that standard, and I mean, there's a difference in between making fun of someone like Taylor Swift does with me and like showing that you like them. Like, it's obvious Taylor Swift likes me when she's making fun of me. So like, that's obvious. But when other girls are doing it in a vindictive manner, it just becomes disproportionate. And I can't be bothered, and I'm willing to wait years before I meet the right girl. I don't mind going on Happen and flirting and talking and all this and that. But if a girl can't even be bothered to put in the effort, or just for some whatever reason, right now she can't put in the effort to spend time with me and respect me and reply my messages, then I don't really want to be with her. Um, the face you girls make when you have an attitude with me or pretend to, and then you reject me or you embarrass me, the faces you girls are making are so unattractive. I have no problem walking away from you, even though you're blatantly stating that you were gonna give me the nookie. I have no problem walking away from you, because it just gets to a certain level where you've got to know your own value. I'm not really compromising corporately, bar Twitter. Twitter's the only place I'm probably compromising, and that's only to see Jules's messages on Twitter, because it's nice to see her talking and posting. But if I'm not compromising in business, I don't see why I should have to compromise in my personal life. And it looks like I'm gonna have the same battle and fight and stand up for myself in the same manner with these girls, because there's a reoccurring pattern of and theme of disrespect. When a girl thinks I'm willing to sleep with her and I'm in front of her, yeah, and she thinks at that moment she could have me, yeah, it seems like things get more lax. Whereas if she thought that I wasn't interested in her in the first place and I didn't like her in the first place, it wouldn't be that way. And the truth is, I'm not interested. Simply because of the behavior that I get and what I'm receiving. I'm realizing from people's reaction around that it's not right. And my dad is, my real dad, he's collecting women who knew me from the past that I could have had relations with but didn't. And they know me really well, and we have a good relationship, me and these women. So he's collecting those women that knew me in the past from like 20, 30 years ago. And he's doing something special with them. He's helping them out and he's helping me out. Maybe to help me remember who I really was back then, or maybe to have girls and people around me who understood what I was like back then. Because, people might have seen a change in me. People might think I'm still the same. People might not have expected me to be what I am, but I know I deserve a certain level of like respect, and if I'm saying I run my own business, and a girl is saying, "Yeah, but you live in a hostel when all you've got is a room," I'm not gonna sit in the cold and the rain for a few hours hoping to have sex with her, drinking alcohol I don't even want, even if whether I'm paying for it or not. Um, I'm sure people are. I mean, the people who are talking and behaving in this way don't really have anything to them. So, like, if they do have a career, even if they do have a career and they're talking that way, that career isn't like it's not there because they earned it the way I've earned things. I don't know when you women are gonna realize that. I mean, women are really learning the hard way because you women, you will get all cocky, and then when you get left, like the girls in Kingston are getting left, then that's when you got remorse. But during the whole time, you're joining in and you're not making life good for me. And I'll never forget Kingston for that manner. But I just feel like if there are good girls who have known me my whole life and would never do what you other girls are doing, then why would I be with the other girls or show them attention? As soon as they show me that sign, I'm out because I'm tired of spending money on people and spending money fitting into social groups where I'm not entirely happy or comfortable, and I'm being made to feel like an underachiever when I'm anything but an underachiever. How can you say you're a bum but I'm gonna listen to your music? You've only got a room and you live in a hostel, but um but 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 I'll listen to your music and I'll have sex with you. Like, you're not gonna talk to me like that. You're not gonna talk down to me. And there will come a time when you women in the UK will realize what you've lost. And I hope Kingston has a good time to think about what they've done. And what can I say? I'm not gonna be because there are girls that will never do it. That's the thing. There are girls that would never do it. There are girls that will never do it. And if I tell you to stop doing something, you should have the courtesy to stop. But apparently this is all your plan and it's not my plan. But when you get to the end of your plan, yeah, that isn't my plan, but you're facilitating for my benefit. When you get to the end of your plan, yeah, um, you're gonna realize what an error you've made.